Good morning, fellow wolves, light guardians, shifters. Thank you so much for joining in. Grand awakening to each and every single one of you. Welcome back, or perhaps for the first time, to another Waking Up with Wolf broadcast. This is an opportunity for us to be able to start our day together as a community, to be able to share some inspiration, to be able to share some gratitude, to be able to do some tarot, do some oracle, and as well to be able to do a little bit of meditation. Before we lead into our inspirational team meditation and movement exercise, which is our private Zoom room, which is actually available and open for today. So if you guys are interested in, after this, joining in with myself and the team and going into a little bit more of an in-depth meditation, the style of meditation that you guys have probably seen me do before, where we do our affirmations and our EFT and our laughter practice, as well as some ecstatic dance and some movement, then be sure to connect to our Discord server, and you can find the link there in the public channel for today. If you have any questions about that, feel free to DM me on Instagram, as we're just getting things set up for a little bit more of an upgraded version of what Paradigm Shift Central is about. If you guys are grateful to be here, please feel free to leave some comments of gratitude in the comments in the chat down below. For those of you on Instagram, feel free to click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. That's where the rest of the team is. And if you guys are planning on joining in for our inspirational team meditation today in our private Zoom room, do me a favor, drop an 1111 in the chat. That way, so we can just kind of like see who's all connected in today. And again, the Zoom room for today, in today's circumstance, we're playing with things. We're opening things up to new horizons, and that's what I wanted to actually be able to talk with you guys about today in terms of inspiration. But today's Zoom room is available for the public, so if you guys are looking to join in for that, all you gotta do is join into our Discord server, and you'll find the link there in the public channel. And I'm doing some upgrades on the Discord server, so come back tomorrow and it'll be a little bit more refined as well. But nonetheless, speaking of inspiration, again, you know, even for me, showing up to do these broadcasts, this is an important practice for me. And there are times where even this morning, I kind of woke up and I was kind of like my dreams were just like all over the place this morning. And I was kind of like, oh man, like, do I want to do a broadcast this morning? And I literally had to kind of like ask myself that question. And I think this is relative for a lot of us, because I'm sure there are times within all of our lives, perhaps even just within our daily circumstances, relatively speaking, where there are going to be things that we are devoting ourselves to, and yet even still we can feel there's like a little bit of a resistance towards doing those things. It's strange when we find things that we are incredibly passionate about, and yet even still we will notice that there will be moments where we're just kind of like feeling like it's like, oh, okay, like I want to do this. Do I have the energy to do this? What is needed for me to be able to do this? And there will be times where it's totally okay for you to be able to say, you know what, not today. Not today, because today what I need is maybe just to rest. But in today's circumstance for me, you know, I wanted to be able to really, for my own practice as well as the practice of the team, to really be able to show up, and to be able to show up from a genuine place of authentic excitement. Because I know that even though, you know, when I woke up first thing in the morning, I was like, oh, I'm groggy, like, oh, that dreams were all over the place. Like, it was weird, man. I didn't even make a video dream log last night, but it was just like, I was busy last night in the dream space. But then I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I am committed to doing this broadcast. Why? And why am I committed to doing this broadcast? Because this broadcast is important. And why is it important? It's because of the story that we are telling. And that's kind of what I want to be able to talk about today. You know, for me to be able to get here in this moment, to be able to make sure that even within that little discussion that I had in the morning where I was like, do I want to do the like, because I could have just been like, you know what, like, not today. And if I did do that, it would have been okay. You know, like, just as it would have been okay for any of us to be able to make that choice for us. But in the moment, it was like, you know what, like, what do I need to do right now? Okay, let's get a smoothie. Like, let's get some energy into me. Let's take a shower. Let's get like a little bit of movement. Let's just bring a little bit more awareness into my breath. And sometimes that's all it takes. You know, sometimes when we're approaching a certain situation, we'll notice, we'll just be like, I don't want to do this, man. Like, I just don't have the energy and stuff like that. But then it's just like, in that moment, it's just like, okay, what do you need? Let's say that you have to show up for a circumstance. What do you need? What do you need in that moment? And that's where it really brings it back to self-care. And it really, for me, what motivates me is not only just like knowing that, you know, like for me, like the practice of doing this meditation begins the moment I wake up. It doesn't start when I start the broadcast. For me, this broadcast, this showing up for the Waking Up with Wolf, this is something that I've kind of like chosen to devote myself to because it's forcing me into a place of self-development. It develops a practice of accountability for me, which is just like, okay, like, yes, I'm showing up for this. What do I need in order to be able to show up for this? I need to take care of myself. I need to get some movement. I need to get some fresh air. I need to get some exercise. But again, for me, one of the main things that really motivates me towards being able to show up is the why. And this is what I really want to be able to focus on today. So, I mean, I'm sure, you know, what I just talked about there, if it has some relevance to you, I hope, you know, you guys can take something from that where, again, you know, making sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you can show up for the things that you're here to do. But in this circumstance, you know, this is really, really exciting for us to be able to show up here together as a team. And even for the fact that I've been doing this for 10 million years, as you guys know, it's still exciting. And it's exciting because it's important. And why is it important? Because there is a story that is being told here. A very, very, very important story. A story that each and every single one of us is a part of. A story of bringing together a global team of shifters. And what does it mean to be a shifter? What does it mean to be a light worker? What does it mean to be a light guardian? And so for me, again, you know, it's not just about me showing up in this moment. It's about me holding space for the portal that brings together the team. So I show up in this moment, not just for me, but I show up for you. And I show up for the story that we are telling. And I show up in the moments, even on the days where it may feel like it's a little bit of a struggle. But if I can do that, I can do that because you're doing it too, because we're doing it together. And the collective momentum that we hold as a team is so valuable. And so what does it mean to be a part of this story? What does it mean to be a shifter? A shifter, someone who is intentionally helping assist with the shift in consciousness. Someone who is capable of choosing to lean into the situations that may be challenging. And there's a lot of challenging circumstances within our life right now. You know, like this is kind of, we are going through this very, very interesting place of transformation. And yes, there is the impulse in us that just wants to be able to say like, you know what, like I'm done. I don't want to do this. I step away from it and everything like that. And it's okay to honor that. It's okay to listen to that and to listen to what your needs are. But at the same time, it's just like, what does it take for us to be able to like lean into the challenge, but then also within the challenge to be able to cultivate a place of excitement? And so that's what I'm really focused on, is that even in the midst, like one of the most rebellious things that we can do in the story of what's happening in the world right now is to come together as a community and to be able to have fun and to be able to have real connection and real conversation that is supporting each other, that is nurturing each other, and that is creating a ripple effect that inspires each and every single one of us to move throughout our day, with more awareness, with more consciousness, with more intention. And so again, you know, like each and every single one of you here, if you are here, you are a shifter. If you are here, you have the choice to be able to see yourself as a shifter, to be able to see yourself as someone who is intentionally showing up to be able to help assist with the shift in consciousness. And the way that we do that is through the relationship that we carry with ourselves, first and foremost. And then that is amplified through the relationship that we develop with community. And then that is brought out even further through the relationship that we share with people within our day-to-day lives. And so being a shifter, again, you know, it is being an artist, it is being a heartist, the term that I love to be able to use, which was a term that was passed on to me by a beautiful friend of mine in California. And again, it is about being a space holder. It is about being a facilitator. It is about being a leader even when no one is watching. So being a shifter is being able to step into a place of deeper accountability where we acknowledge the fact that, yes, we are leaders, even when no one is watching. And that's a very, very, very powerful thing to be able to think of. So what if we develop that place where it's just like tapping into something very, very deep within our heart? Very primordial, but also very exciting. Something that makes us want to be able to come together, that makes us rise out of bed, that brings us into a place where each and every single day when we show up here as a team, we're writing a new page within our story. And so what are we writing today? And so for those of you in the YouTube chat, we're going to get into a little bit of an oracle reading in the next moment. I just want to be able to invite you guys here. Please feel free, leave a comment in the chat. What does being a shifter mean to you? I'd love to just be able to take a moment here, just to be able to read some of your guys' comments as well. And again, for those of you on the Instagram, if you guys want to join in on the YouTube, go ahead and click the link on my profile to be able to link in through my beacons as well. And that's where you can also join in through the team Discord. And again, if you're tuned into this and if you're not already a leading member, you are welcome to be able to join into our team meditation private Zoom room, which is at 10 a.m. EDT. So right after this, we're getting into that. So this will be like kind of like a segue into that, and you'll find the link there through again through the information in the Discord as well. So let's get into a little bit of a tarot oracle reading using the Lightworker Oracle deck. And if what I say, like, you know, if it resonates with you, if it gets you guys pumped up, please feel free, let me know. Drop those 1111s in the chat, and I'm just gonna read some of those comments as well as we kind of like move through here. So Rising Starseed Lori, one of our leading members, says, you guys make me want to keep showing up. I'm so inspired by all of your dedication and self-development, but I'm also seeding consciousness in the collective community. Very, very, very beautiful. Awesome. Amanda says, I didn't want to hop in today, but I know how much better I feel when I spend time with you all every day. Thank you, Amanda, as well. Flash says, to me, being a shifter, it means pointing the way for others, like Sifu says. Very much so. Absolutely. Very, very much so. All right. Any other comments there? Please feel free to leave those into the chat. Let's get right into just doing our quick little tarot. Thank you again for those of you leaving your comments on the Instagram as well. We're just going to keep things moving along so we can keep an eye on the time and then move right into our little meditation. And a couple other comments on the YouTube. Increasing awareness of multidimensional realities and finding synergy where it shows up. Beautiful. Happy Hearts House. You guys are my inspiration for keeping me going every day. Super powerful. I love being able to hear that. So again, thank you again, everybody, for holding space. You guys hold space for me. I hold space for you. Together we're holding space as well. So beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone. All right, let's get moving into a quick little oracle reading from the Lightworker Oracle deck as well. So just going to set the intention here, show us what we need to see. So if everyone wants to just kind of take a moment here to just breathe. If you haven't yet, just go ahead and breathe. And this is just a quick little reading for the collective. Show us what we need to see. Setting that intention with our hearts, with our minds. Show us what we need to see. Wizard noises. Oh, okay, that one. All right, okay, let's see what we got today. So, all right, today's card, this seems very fitting, is card number 13, Trust in the Plan. So card number 13, Trust in the Plan. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna refix my webcam there. Perfect. All right, okay, so let's read into this and then we'll get right into a little bit of short meditation before leading into our private Zoom room inspirational team meditation there as well. Can anybody check? Can someone do me a favor? Can you guys check if I'm on TikTok right now? Like, I'm not sure if the TikTok broadcast is working. If someone can just go check, just go see if I'm on TikTok. One of the leading members, I appreciate it. Okay, all right, reading this here for everybody here. If you're here, this message is for you. So just looking at the image, super powerful image there of like some like higher dimensional goddish like being with like freaking planets exploding from their third eye. Beautiful sunlight in their chest. Super powerful. Again, for those of you on Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube. You can click through the beacons link. So number 13, trust in the plan. If anything I say resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. In preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Oh, this seems relative to what I was talking about. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to dissemble so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during such times, you do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life? Have faith, all is well. Do not fear. You may see the life you have known appears to be ending. You may find that the things you used to do or the way you used to think no longer seem as relevant as they once were. You may feel your relationship and friendships are changing. Some may even be ending. Perhaps you find you no longer have the energy or motivation to keep certain relationships going in your life. However, your energy is meant to be withdrawing from what it once supported. This is not an abandonment or betrayal. It is not selfish. It is honest. When you trust in your spiritual growth, all that happens is love. This means that even an apparent loss always serves love. Whether that is immediately obvious or not, it is sometimes necessary for both parties so to become free to live their true destiny. Life is a loving, creative journey for your soul. That means there will be times when the very thing you have worked toward needs to crumble, so that next evolution of your soul manifestation upon the earth can take place. It is natural, and although it can be challenging to trust in the greater creative process, during times when it seems as though there is only chaos and confusion, you are strong enough spiritually to do so. To feel peace during such times, you must trust in your own inner knowing over what appears to be. You are divinely scheduled to evolve at this point in your life. Can you sense an exciting growth phase happening for you? There is another way for you to live, to be, to thrive, and to love in this world, and you are rapidly heading towards it. There is a time to surrender control and allow a higher power to direct your course. Many exciting new opportunities, situations, and connections will come into your life as a result of what you are experiencing now. It is all part of a greater divine intelligence unfolding in loving service of your own sacred life path. Have faith and stay true to your spiritual principles. Trust in an unfolding higher plan. Know that all changes in your life serve your higher good. The universe knows what you need, and it is in the process of delivering it to you now. All is happening for a greater purpose. You can flow with the changes in loving trust. Your perfect time for resurrection will follow the deconstruction, and it will occur in a perfect way. Wow, beautiful. So again, a lot of themes there that have been a lot of themes there that we were speaking about here today. But one of the things that really stands out to me here is the line here where it says, have faith and stay true to your spiritual principles. Now that's a very interesting thing because it really gives us the opportunity to be able to reflect and to just kind of think what are your spiritual principles? What are your spiritual principles? Your spiritual principles may be the way you treat others, kind of like what we were talking about yesterday. Your spiritual principles may be the way you see things, the way you trust things, the way you have faith, the way you relate to things, the way you move through things, perhaps with an open heart and open mind, and yet also standing strong in your own truth. So I think it's very important for each and every single one of us to be able to constantly be working on reflecting on what are our spiritual principles, because those will be the pillars that will be able to help withstand in the midst of the reconstruction and the destruction of the things that are happening all around us. You know, it's kind of like one of those things, it's where it's like you may lose X, Y, and Z. This and that may change. Here and there may shift. But your principles are the one thing that can stay the same. And not to say your principles shouldn't change. Your principles should evolve. But your principles are a very internal thing. And so again, within this process, trusting in the plan is very much a process of being able to deepen your relationship with your own principles, with yourself, with your heart, with the universe itself. And so this is a very, very powerful card. And again, very much in theme with a lot of the stuff that I was already talking about, where even right now, literally within the paradigm shift community, it is intentionally something that I am focusing on reconstructing as we speak. As I do every now and then, it goes through iterations. It's like the Matrix. It's like version 2 and then version 3 and then version 4. And it's constantly adapting to what the needs are. And so even right now, with this broadcast, with the broadcast we have after this, we're flowing with things And yet, even still, there's kind of like this construction phase where it's just like we don't fully know what it's going to be like, but we know if we keep moving forward, things will fall into place. Things will kind of reveal themselves. And so I think, again, you know, kind of trusting in the process, trusting in the plan is kind of this idea of being able to surrender the need to know everything, the need to really be able to have control. You can control your relationship with your principles, but you can also connect with the principle with the idea of knowing that clarity will reveal itself as you continue to move forward. So if you just devote yourself to keep moving forward without constantly feeling like you need to have everything figured out in this moment, then you will find that the clarity and the information and the realization will naturally arrive to you as you move forward. It's kind of like this idea of kind of, I visualize this picture of like walking across like an invisible bridge, and it's kind of like taking like one step at a time, and the path kind of like creates itself underneath your feet, literally as you're walking. So it's kind of like this, right? And it's just like, and it's like, oh my goodness, like if you didn't trust that the path is gonna like appear underneath your foot, it'd be a very hard time to walk across that bridge, and it probably will be scary because you're kind of like balancing there and everything like that. But again, you know, this is a very, very powerful card for us to be able to practice adopting that within our own hearts, practice adopting that within our own path. How are you continuing to trust the process? How are you developing a relationship with your principles? How are your principles helping guide you through the circumstances that you are currently moving through and beyond, and moving you towards your highest growth? So very, very powerful card. If that resonates with you, drop some 1111s in the chat. And feel free to just kind of like leave any write out, like this is something going back to the style of tarot readings that we used to do. Write out an affirmation based on the reading that we just had. So write out a little affirmation for yourself in the chat to confirm with your soul that you were just paying attention and you just received the message. So what affirmation would you write that relates to the message here? So I'll give you an example. So affirmation: I am continuing to deepen my relationship with my spiritual principles as I move forward along the path with deep trust and faith and confidence and excitement. Something like that. So you guys are welcome to like kind of put that into your own words. And if you write it out, you will find that it's like literally a way for like your soul to tell you that you just heard what you heard, and then it'll help you kind of like embody it. So trust the plan, trust the process there. Very, very powerful. Thank you for your kind comments on the Instagram. If I'm not like directly replying to every comment, it's just because we're keeping things moving along here with the time schedule, but I do appreciate you guys' comments in the YouTube chat as well. Again, if you guys are looking to be able to connect further with the team, be sure to connect to our Discord server. And literally today, at least for today, again, we're kind of in this reconstruction phase. Our goal right now is building the team. And so one of the things that we're doing is we're actually opening up the Zoom room for today for our inspirational team meditation. This won't be every day. This won't be every day that we have the Zoom room open. Yet for today, if you want to be able to join in for the Zoom room for our inspirational team meditation and movement and hang out with me and the team and the rest of the other light workers and shifters, go ahead. You guys can connect to our Discord server and you'll find the link in the public channel there. And you're welcome to be able to join in for today. And that literally starts as soon as I'm done this broadcast. So again, just for everybody here, just a quick recap. If you guys are looking to be able to help support the work that I do further, you're welcome to join on my Patreon. And we're working towards our goal of 150 on Patreon. So let's see, what do you guys think? Think we can reach that 150 goal maybe in the next few days? So let's really work on building up that Patreon. And again, when you join the Patreon, that's where you can join as a leading member within our community, which gives you all sorts of additional access and support to be able to help assist you on your journey as a conscious community, conscious creator, conscious community facilitator, and conscious leader as well. Plus you get to connect with a super, super awesome team that we built. Lots of our leading members are already tuned in on YouTube right now. So if you guys are thinking of joining in on the Patreon, maybe this month, go ahead and drop a 555 in the chat. And gonna read, if I don't read all the affirmations on the YouTube right now, I apologize if we're just moving along, but we'll finish it off just with a quick little breath exercise before we move into our Zoom room. And again, for everybody here, if you guys want to connect with me further, I do offer one-on-one services such as one-on-one tarot, one-on-one dream discussion, one-on-one custom meditation. And you can find those through the links in the YouTube as well as through my beacons as well. And single PayPal contributions are welcome, and the item shop you can also check out there. So that's all the information you need for today. And let's just finish it off with just a quick just moment of centering into our breath. And then we'll segue that right into our Zoom room, and then the Zoom room will open up a few minutes after 10. So let's just take a moment here for everybody. if you haven't already yet, to just give yourself that opportunity to really just connect with your breath. So when you're ready, just go ahead and close your eyes. And we'll just take a couple moments here. We'll just go an extra couple moments. Just go ahead and connect with your breath. Close your eyes. Just feel into your heart space. I invite you to be able to create a little affirmation right now, something along the lines from your own truth, to be able to say, I trust the process, or I trust the plan. And you can expand on that. Just kind of speak to yourself with your heart right now. Something that just like vocalizes something within your heart, something related to the message of the card. So go ahead and just take a moment to that and just speak within your own heart, or you can speak out loud. Just take a couple more breaths here. Deep, gentle inhale. Exhale, a bit of a sigh. One more deep inhale. Nice big sigh. Gently open your eyes, return your awareness to space around you. You guys can do a little bit of a shake. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. All right, thank you everyone again for joining in for another episode of Waking Up with Wolf. I'll be back here tomorrow, just to be able to start off the day together as a team. And again, be sure that you guys are connecting to the team Discord server if you'd like to be able to connect further with the community. Not only just the Zoom event that we got coming up, but lots of other community events and everything. So you can join the Discord to like find access to featured community events from our leading members. And again, if you really want to be able to connect further, definitely check out the Patreon. Join as a leading member. It's $11 a month. Super, super worth it. Awesome opportunity for you to be able to connect further with the team. So all the link you need is in the info for this YouTube video, as well as through my beacons in my Instagram and my TikTok profile. I thank you guys so much for joining in. If you're not joining the Zoom room, thank you as always. Have a beautiful day. And thank you for bringing the light that you do into this world. And for those of you who are joining in for our inspirational team meditation and movement dance, ecstatic dance, join in on the Zoom room. Link is posted into the Discord, and we will see you guys there. So finishing off this broadcast, please feel free to leave those gratitudes in the comments, and we'll continue it in the Zoom room. Thank you, fellow wolves, light workers, light guardians, shifters. As always, keep it shifty, and welcome to the future. See you guys in the Zoom room. Much love.